Hello world, it's Lee Kelson coming to you live again from Hong Kong FinTech Week, and I have with me Will Sung from GOW. Will, welcome.
Hello, how are you doing?
Very well, thanks.
Excellent.
So we had a really interesting conversation off air, and hopefully we can get back and talk about some of that. But just for the viewers, your background?
I'm an ex-banker for 18 years, investment banking, and my last role was an enterprise role running 11,000 people in Asia.
Wow, okay. And you're from the UK originally, or you?
Yes, British, very British, but my father's from Hong Kong, but I'm based out in Hong Kong, Philippines, and China now because of the company.
Okay. And tell us, GOW, what does GOW do?
So GOW is Global Overseas Workers, and we originally started with a remittance business helping overseas Filipino workers in Hong Kong remit money. And as we wanted to arbitrage crypto, we felt that crypto was an industry that could grow and support global overseas workers. And as the industry evolves, we felt that crypto isn't just about exchanging cryptocurrencies, it's actually a platform where we can create liquidity for financial services. So our ultimate goal is to provide a liquidity bridge between the traditional banking services to the new digital services for finance.
And one of the things we were talking about is how do we move from there to here? And you just gave a sort of a good, I guess, metaphor or analogy as to, can you share that with us?
Yeah, sure. So, if back in the day where we used to barter using bread to gold and then gold to US dollar, and I think we're in the evolution of dollars to tokenization. Okay, and in 2019, I foresee that revolution in that evolutionary curve is happening, especially around regulation. So we are a regulated and licensed virtual currency exchange platform by the SEC and the Central Bank of the Philippines, and there aren't that many of them. There's under 10 in the world. So if you imagine all of the casinos in the world that don't have an operating license, but one or two in Macau do, we are the one or two that do. So a lot of my time here in Hong Kong FinTech Week is to speak to the regulators, the auditors, and I've been invited here by Invest Hong Kong to speak with Henry about the future of crypto and how the technology is affecting policy and policy is affecting the technology, and that's why I'm here.
So regulation, how important is regulation?
Oh, super important. Right. Just like any industry, you need, and if you think about the feudal system, in William the Conqueror, I'm British, when he conquered Britain, he brought the feudal system in 1066. And then we look at the Zhou dynasty, we look at the 12th to the 19th century in Japan, and that's a feudal system where you have tiered, and that's all around regulation and policy. And if we think about the financial systems today, that's still a feudal system. You have central governments, you have central banks, you have the regulators, then you have the corporates, etc. So without that governance around that, I don't think crypto has a future. But now the institutions are coming in, the central governments are coming in, the auditors, I've been speaking to a few auditors who've been looking at crypto for 4 years, and you don't spend time and money on crypto for 4 years if you don't think it's real. The Bank of England recently just issued a paper, it's 93 pages, about how to categorize a security token. The Bank of England and the FCA don't spend that much time and money if they don't think it's real. So it's very real. Goldman Sachs are looking into it, HSBC are, Barclays are. So it's really exciting in 2019 for us.
I think it is exciting times, and I tend to agree that the digital currencies are here to stay. But a little bit like the gold rushes of old, everybody comes in, and there's people selling picks and shovels, and then there's people claiming fool's gold and all the rest of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that phase is gone. Where the ICOs, the initial coin offerings, that's kind of remove some of the kind of charlatans of the world, and now the big players are coming in. The Fidelities are saying securities and custodial. I believe that with all that riffraff gone, and the banks and the central governments are coming in, that's where it's evolving. So I think you had to go through an early adoption for that chasm to exist, and now in 2019 when the regulators come in and say, I'm going to give you a license, I trust you, actually securities, let's have a security token and let's regulate them, and that's going to move things on.
Yeah. Well, I think it's not the first time that we've seen these types of patterns happen, right? With waves of technology and waves of progress. That, as you say, the riffraff come in, the riffraff, the shakeout happens,
yes.
Right? And now you think we've gone through the shakeout?
I think we have, and I think the technology shakeout's happening as well. So. The Bitcoin happened in 2008, and then and Ethereum happened a little bit after that. And with technology moving on at a pace that it has, I think everything needs timing. Okay, and I think that the technology is coming at a time that's right. The legislation's coming in, the policy, the governance around that. And here at GOW, we're helping and acting as a think tank with the regulators to make sure things are coming in the right time, but also at the right pace as well.
Timing is everything, as they say, Will.
They do, yeah, absolutely.
So on that note, I think we'll leave it there. Thanks, Will, for joining us.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
And keep watching Hong Kong FinTech Week. Down below, subscribe to the channel and press that bell to get notifications. We'll be bringing you more interviews live from Hong Kong FinTech